Hello and welcome
What?
to Deaf and Dumb. I'm Dan.
Are you?
I am.
I don't think you are.
Hello and welcome to Deaf and Dumb. Is that what you were expecting? See, I sneak attacked you. I lured you in with false sense of security,
hope, false sense of hope,
and then I struck. I did a combo. I did a blow to the face, and you were stunned.
I'm Dudley.
Welcome to Deaf and Dumb.
See, I'm sure at one point people wondered, how we became deaf. Or they're probably speculating at this point.
Oh yeah, you think so?
It's probably you. You were in the womb going, hello! And I'm just sitting there going, get me out of here. He's so loud.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is, it's a little bit different. We keep changing things up in the studio. Just a tad, just small alterations, little changes to keep things.
Why are you looking at me? Look at the camera.
There is no camera yet. We don't have a camera yet. I know we're set up for.
You told me there was a camera.
There would be in the future. We're not there yet.
I don't see.
We're still in the present. We're not.
I thought it was a magical hidden camera.
Yes. Okay. Yes. There's a magical hidden camera. Dudley.
So you lied to me. Again.
I didn't want you to be alarmed.
Okay.
Okay.
Too late.
And so
I am exclamated.
Because, we aspire to having video for this podcast so that people want to see our faces can. We have these pop filters on our microphones that were like these big arms and bendable arms and flexible.
Yeah, they're pro.
Literally 2 minutes ago. Yeah, 2 minutes ago, I said, man, we need to get rid of these things and just get the little foamy cover things. And you're like, we have those.
It came with them.
You said it came with the microphone.
It came with the microphone.
I have no recollection of this. So now that's what we're using.
Yes.
I know this is exciting.
Let's do a test. You getting anything?
No, I mean, I hear you. I hear you making sounds, but there is no popping. It is doing the. But
you gotta get the P word. The P word.
For the last almost 3 years, I have been dealing with this big round thing blocking my vision. I can't see my laptop. For no reason? Is that what we're telling me?
We went with the pop filter because we thought it would be better.
But I don't remember doing that.
Yes.
I don't remember making
Day
that.
one.
I don't remember
episode 1 set
making...
up pre-episode 1, really. It was the test run. And we set everything up, and I was like, well, it's got this one and this one. And I was saying, if we want to overdo it, we could use both. And you're like, yeah, let's just use the pop filter. And I'm like, okay.
I don't remember any of that.
And I'm like, let's do the show.
Why do we talk higher? Why do our past selves have a higher
No, that's not
sounding
that's
voice?
not past self. That's you.
Oh.
You talk like this.
I do not.
We all know, the listeners and I, that the distinction between you and I is octaves. Yours is higher. Mine is lower.
No.
More masculine.
No. That is a false false indication of masculinity.
Yes, but the statement remained true.
No, it's not. That's exactly the opposite of what false means.
No. The masculinity part, yes, I agree with. But my statement that you are a higher octave is true.
No, but I don't think so.
I have a nice low.
I always thought the way people could tell us apart was that you pronounce words wrong.
No, I don't do that.
I do not.
That's that's fake news. That's definitely not true. I speak all the words correctly at all times.
Sure. All right.
There is no evidence I have ever said a word wrong.
I think there's
on this show or
like
any show
141 hours of evidence that I could probably use in court to prove.
You can't prove it's me.
I totally can because you're.
You can because my voice is lower.
No, I can because you're leaning right in the stereo.
No, I go
tracks.
I do go right actually.
We're talking about the audio right here, not whatever you're thinking about.
How do you know what I'm thinking about?
I can guess.
Get out of my brain.
So let's talk about games.
Yes.
This is why we gather.
Don't touch your microphone.
I'm adjusting because I can get closer.
What, one change and now you're gonna change everything.
I can get more intimate. I'm right up on it.
Yeah, you can
I don't
grab
have
it.
a barrier between me and my microphone, so I can get in here. It's very nice. I like it.
Yeah. Games.
Video games.
Yeah.
Particularly. Or board games. I played a board game this week.
Yeah, I did not.
In fact, I forgot to put it on my list because...
Oh, well, you were a failure.
I'm gonna add it right now. Hold on.
That's one thing we can... the audience can tell the difference is I am more prepared.
It's a game called Monsterlands.
Uh-huh.
What are you pulling on?
You have a mustache that's like hitting the light in a nice glow.
Oh, yeah. It gives me a nice, like...
Disgusting glow. It's like sticking straight up. It's weird.
It happens. I mean, I do
people at home. Can you see this?
No, they can't yet. But if we were doing video, I would have it. I would maintain. I would get some some kind of control over it.
No.
I put some stuff in. It's stuffing. It's called stuffing.
Imagine if there was
we should come up with
beard.
our own mustache wax called stuffing.
Stuff in.
Oh, I'm gonna put some stuff in. Oh,
It's
you put that stuff
too
in.
late.
It's done. It's probably already out there.
It's been
stuff in. Deaf and Dumb.
You talk about your board game. I'm gonna look up.
This episode of Deaf and Dumb is brought to you by Stuffin. Put stuff in. Yeah, that's stuffing.
Stuff.
Okay. Anyway, Monsterland. It is a dice placement game. A worker placement, if you will. The workers happen to be dice, and the whole, I guess, theme is that you are clans, or you have a leader, and you have these like different warriors, and from different like kind of regions, but you all are defending this castle from these terrible monsters. And there's like all these different pathways where you can go and fight these different monsters. There's always like 2 of them attacking. It's a beautiful board. It's got it's a worker placement, so you have little spots. You place stuff to do things like gather money, buy items, recruit warriors to fight for you, and it's really cool. It's really weird, but it's you know how in worker placement game invariably it's like you're placing and therefore you're blocking people, and there's there's only so much space on the board to place stuff, and it doesn't feel that way. Even though certain things only have a limited number of spots, there's so many spots on the board that
you're not hampered by
because there's so much stuff to do, and
resource.
like even fighting the monsters. There's like 4 rows for each one. It's a column that you can occupy and you bring resources with you to defeat that monster. And it goes in order based on like, okay, the far left row goes first, and if they defeat the monster, they get the benefits of doing that. Well, and you can kill or trap the monsters. So it's complicated, but it's awesome.
I was going to say, you already lost me.
Yeah, and it's a hard game to explain, but go look it up.
Let's take a second here.
Okay.
You talk about hard games to explain. I just about decided that you just aren't good at explaining games.
Board games are complicated. Let's be honest. It's very difficult to explain a board game. I could have just as easily said Monsterlands. It is a worker placement where you place dice to fight monsters.
There you go. Done. What's so hard about that? I understand the game.
That doesn't encompass what you can do in the game.
That's what the review is. You have a basic concept, and then you build on it.
Okay, it's a worker placement where you fight
layers
with warriors, and the whole point is to get glory. Is the you have 2? Well, it's weird. Like most games like this, you have victory points, and you're just getting victory points. This has 2 sets of points.
Yeah,
there's glory, and then there's reputation, and you can never have more reputation than you have of glory. So you have like on your score tracker, you have I believe it was a red star and a blue star. Blue star is glory and red star is reputation. And there's this cool mechanism where you start with 1 reputation and like 5 glory at the beginning of the game, and then when you gain reputation by recruiting warriors who give you reputation points.
Okay.
But you can never go over the amount of glory you have. Therefore, it limits on what warriors you can purchase. So at the very beginning, you can only purchase warriors that bring you 4 reputation. points because that's the max you can go.
Yeah.
Because you start at 1 reputation and 5. That difference is 4.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea is you gain glory by going and fighting and trapping monsters and doing a few other things and going out and gathering loot and stuff. You get glory points, which is the victory points, but then you can bridge the gap by, getting warriors that add reputation points. And at the end of the game, you total the 2 up, and that's how many victory points you have.
Okay.
And
what's the flavor behind the reputation can't be more than glory? Because in my experience, reputation often exceeds the
Well, the idea is you get glory by doing things, doing events, fighting monsters. In fact, you gain glory by going and dying fighting monsters. Okay. You bring your team glory. There's glory and death kind of thing. And then therefore, by generating glory for yourself, you gain a reputation. And by having glory and you can build your reputation by recruiting people who have their own reputation that they add to yours. I think that's the idea.
Okay.
But it's really cool. It's got a million pieces.
I know I saw a picture of it.
It had
and I was
million pieces.
Insane. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, just piles of dice. There's 3 different colors of the dice. There's purple, red, and yellow. Basically, it's strength is the red one. The yellow one is influence or money, which it's the only one you roll at the beginning. Everyone rolls their yellow die, and that you can use that to discount things you buy. Okay. So if you place it on a recruitment space, you can reduce how much it costs to recruit a warrior by the amount you place. And there's this weird little system of, if I place a 5 sided on the dice, and then someone else comes and places a yellow dice, they can add up, as long as it's less than my dice, they can add those two totals to get a cheaper price, the bigger discount.
So the more people buying it, the cheaper it gets?
Well, but only if you place a smaller dice. So if you go second, you could actually get more benefits, but you have to have a smaller dice. So if you have say I play a 2 and get a discount of 2.
You can play a 1.
Someone can play a 1, or if they play a 2, or they only get that 1 dice. Yeah. But anything after that can be less and total up. It's a weird system. There's a lot of clever little things like that. So that's the only one you roll at the beginning. Everything else is dice you put toward. You can put them toward other things, but then when you go to fight monsters. Certain rows, avenues to pathways to get to the monsters, if you will, require certain types of dice, and then you roll that dice to try to either trap them or kill them, and then depending on which one you do, you get rewards. And some monsters have better points if you trap them, because they're harder to do. Some have better points if you kill them, and you get resources and all that kind of thing. And just like any worker placement, it's really complicated and had a lot of layers to it, but at first it wasn't that hard to learn. I sat down, I got there late, and I sat down, they had everything set up, and then we just started. No one really explained to me other than, these are your victory points, and here we go. And then within a few minutes, I was going, and after the first round, I kind of got what we were doing, and we were going. So, and worker placements can think of
because there's a lot of
Caverna
because a lot of worker placement it figuring out all the pieces. Yeah, I don't understand. It's I kind of get what this does, but until you see it in action, it's kind of weird.
Well,
each part has
I've played Caverna 3 or 4 times now, and I bet you now if I sat down with it, I would still be scratching my head trying to remember how to play it.
Yeah, it's one of those that has so many pieces. It's a great game, but it's one of those.
Call it Caverna.
That I'm not sure how to win.
Well, I've won multiple times, and I'm not really sure. Mostly,
and I think that's just that game.
yeah. But this game, even though there's a lot of pieces, it really takes no time to pick it up. At least I didn't think so.
Yeah.
And which is surprising for a worker placement.
Yeah.
I really like it. I think we need to play it again and get you in on it. Yeah. We were just trying the base one. There's a bunch of expansions because John Dorsey, it was his game. He kickstarted it.
Yeah.
He backed it on
as with a lot of his games.
Yeah, and so it just came out last week. And so it was really fun to jump into it. So go check it out. I don't know if it's commercially available yet.
What's it called again?
Monsterland.
Monsterland.
There's a Kickstarter page for it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if you can actually buy this game right now.
Yeah. Some of them have like
I know
pre-orders
some of them
for commercially available version.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes they can do like a late backer thing, like a backer kit. You buy into it, but I don't know. You find it, or
I
like
haven't
it's
found the
you...
actual. You can pre-order it on like miniature markets and some other stuff. So you can
okay.
probably pre-order it and,
Okay.
and get it. But it is great if you like worker placements and you like fighting terrible monsters. There's some really cool ones. There's a point number you have to roll on dice to defeat the monsters, and then some of them will be like, it's. I'm just picking arbitrary numbers, but like it's a 15 to trap them, but it's a 17 to kill them. So it's like only a 2-number difference.
You're talking about me?
Difference. There's only a 2-number difference to them. So that window for trapping something is really hard, but you get a lot more points for trapping them.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cool little things like that, and it was really fun. And you'll never guess who won.
You.
I did win.
Why would I never guess that? Because you. I'm in the group text where they talk about you winning.
Oh, that's right.
Why would you'll never guess because you know.
Exactly. It's not guessing. I literally forgot that we talked about it in the group chat. Honestly, we were running along and I thought I was doing well, and then there was a turn kind of at the end. I was like, I can't win. Gary is just like leaps and bounds ahead of us, and John. To be really frankly. John was doing shit. John was terrible. John finished the game with like
it's your game.
7 glory or something like that, and he started with 5. He did terrible. It was really bad.
How many did you end up with?
I ended up with 60.
How do you do that bad?
He didn't fight. He wasn't successful at fighting monsters. Also, to be fair, Gary and I kept
shitting on him?
Yeah, because the column you attack the monsters in is important. You start with the left one. So he kept picking the second or third one, and then we would jump in ahead of him and kill the monster. Or I jumped behind him and let him get killed by the monster, and then I got to kill it, use his resources on top of mine to kill the monster. So right at the end, I thought Gary got it.
So he was the punching bag.
Yeah. I thought Gary had it. He was like, there's no way he's going to win. But thanks to a couple of bad rolls on his part, which Gary's really good at.
Everyone is really good at bad rolls.
Well, Gary
statistically speaking.
Yes, but Gary is really good at it. So anyway, it basically came down to he had to defeat the 2 monsters he was going for. He had to get one. There's also lands you can conquer after you clear the monsters off of it.
Okay,
there's another layer of things. He was going to try to get this one land and defeat this monster, and he had all these layers to it. And basically, the dice went really poorly for him.
Yeah.
He failed the first one, and then John failed, and I was able to successfully get it, I think. Or no, get the land after the monster was cleared off. And then he rolled, he was like 1-2 points short on each of his rolls, so he missed on the monster he thought he can get extra points off of it. So basically rolled poorly, and then which cost him to not get the monster, which gave him also cost him to lose at least one of his guys that got killed. Therefore, he lost the reputation points from losing his guy. He might have lost 2, I can't remember. But he lost some guys, therefore he lost reputation points, and he didn't get the glory points that he was going for. So at the end, I ended up gaining glory and reputation and slid up, and then was able to just jump
he kind of just stayed
also,
where he was.
There was a synergy thing at the end for scoring points, that the more guys of the similar types you have, you get extra points. And I didn't realize I was doing well on that. I was so focused on everything else. I was like, I have mostly these 2 clans. And I was able to actually come out ahead by like 10 points. It was a surprise. I was surprised. I thought Gary had it. I thought I had lost. Or, not lost. I was in second place. And then...
We all know you lost. Well... It sounds like a fun game.
It is a fun game. I really like it. And I love worker placements. And it's really fun and kind of refreshing.
You like employing workers?
I like placing workers. Worker placement is very important for the economy. And I enjoy facilitating it.
What was the salary of the workers you placed?
They were working for glory.
How much
reputation.
glory?
However much they earned, based solely on the monsters they killed.
So you took a cut of theirs.
Yeah,
that's
and
how
there
you
was
profit.
another layer that if you
There's more layers.
Yeah, that we never got to. If you fight the monster and you fail, then the monster attacks the castle, which we never really got to do. I don't think we never did that. So I'm not sure what that round's like. But yeah, it's really good. But it's really cool to see a worker placement game that is not hard to pick up. Like it was, like I came
Easy,
in
not heavy.
Well, I mean, it was heavy. It's a lot of crap in that box, but
so it's hard to pick up.
The rules were simple to learn.
Well, it's just a book, so it's going to be easy to pick up.
You're being obtuse.
Your mom's obtuse.
We share our mother.
Well, then you know. Sorry, mother.
It's a good thing. She doesn't listen to this.
Yes, that's good.
As far as I know. Maybe she secretly does.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Anyway, moving
on.
We played a game with our cousins.
Oh, yes, we did.
Did you not put that on your notes?
I did not.
You are terrible at this show.
I am terrible. I was ready for Red Dead.
We're going to get there.
Red Dead.
We are going to get there. Mm-hmm. But let's talk about...
here's a preview for the Red Dead conversation.
Okay.
Bear hat.
Okay.
All right.
Moving on. Mario Party. Our cousin...
Sup Mar Par?
Mar Par.
Yep.
Our cousin...
Yes.
Was in town.
Yes, she was.
And her sister Cousin
and Cousley were in town.
Cousin's always around.
Cousin's around. She never comes see us. She never comes see us. She's right down the road. She never comes see us.
Never comes.
We sound like old Jewish parents. You never visit.
Are you eating enough? Anyway, they came over and we were playing Mar Par.
Yes, Super Mar Par.
Super Mar Par.
Yes.
And that's the first time I played it.
Yes.
We played a bunch of mini games.
He did not seem like a fan at the end of it, to be honest.
You
enjoyed the mini game.
I do enjoy the mini games.
The mini game's always fun.
Yes.
At first we were waiting on controllers to charge, so we were just passing a set of two controllers and just playing mini games, and we seemed to have a good time.
Yes. And then we did the board game part with me, you, and Cousley. And we it didn't go well.
It did not for you.
Well, I just forgot how aggravating that being, and almost it's weird. It doesn't matter how hard you try, you're gonna probably lose.
You're just angry because you lost.
I did lose, but I'm more angry because I started doing really well, and I was on track to at least get in second.
Yes.
Because I was in third pretty much the whole game with the AI being in fourth because the AI sucks.
But we did have it set on normal. We could have made it harder.
And it's just...
You're just angry you lost.
Well,
let's face it.
I lost because the arbitrary decisions at the end on who gets extra stars.
It's not arbitrary.
It's totally
based
arbitrary.
solely on numbers, and numbers are important to them.
Yes, but
it's statistics.
It was all the numbers that went against me. And that's not
You're just
fair.
angry because I won.
No, that's not why I'm angry. I'm angry because the game is frustrating.
It's frustrating. Okay.
It's it has all the charm of some board games, and so it's aggravating.
Let's face it, Super Mar Par. For Mar Par, it's always been that way.
Yeah.
It's always been frustrating.
It's been a long time since I played a Mar Par.
You forgot how Mar Par is.
I forgot how fresh a Mar Par could be.
Yeah, it is.
The first Mar Par.
First Mar Par. It's always been that way, though. Mm-hmm. It's always been like, one person's out ahead, and then we all beat up on that person, and then right at the end,
we're all pretty well
reason,
even at the end,
wins.
and then the game decides who wins. Because I did really bad at the beginning, and then I caught way up.
I did not do well at the
beginning. You were
ahead,
though.
I was not.
Well, Ashley was beating us.
Yeah, Ashley was pretty much winning
the whole game. And then... that doesn't make sense. She was winning the whole game and still didn't win.
Nope. I came up and won.
and I think it's a sham. And it's rigged because even the game was like, we predict Daniel's gonna win. And I'm like, what?
It did.
This is stupid.
The game did predict that I was gonna win, and I think I was in third place at the time.
And I was in...
You were in second, I think, when it predicted I was gonna win.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think that's
I
true.
was not...
I think
I
you were
was
in
not
second.
doing well when it said I was gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
But then it did give me the win,
It's
so...
scam. It's a scam.
So you would recommend it to everybody?
Yes.
The minigames are a lot of fun.
The minigames are fun.
A lot of the new ones. What do you think of the new minigames? A lot of new motion control?
There's a lot of variety to them.
Yeah.
Because I was worried it was going to be like just tons of motion controls.
Yeah.
And that that's
an easy trap to fall in.
Yeah, and they didn't. It's fairly evenly split.
Yeah.
Split.
What word are you trying to say? Split.
Fairly
or
evenly split.
Split?
It's got an even spread.
See, you need to figure out which sentence you're trying to say.
It's fairly even spread.
It is an even spread on what kind of control interfaces that these minigames use. That what you're trying to say?
That is a variant of what I'm trying to say.
It's either an even spread or evenly split.
Okay, it is fairly evenly split.
Okay, there you go. You kept trying to stick "an" in there.
And on the, sometimes you use motion control, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
And it's just fun.
I tried to explain this when I first got the game, and then you were like kind of looking at me like, what are you talking about? Mm-hmm. The high five thing? You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't do that. Where
I
were talking
about
how fun it was.
Gesture again.
Yes. Where you have to motion
do it toward the camera.
You have to do an upward motion with the controller, and everyone high fives or whatever. And it's like a jolly cooperation thing.
Yeah.
You made comments about how fun it was while we were playing.
No, I don't know.
Yes, you did.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't have fun at all.
Maybe not at the end.
Yeah, there's a motion gesture thing,
yeah,
and it gives you free money for doing it.
Yeah, it gives you extra money. For
the joy comes from getting paid. It doesn't. You can't.
Oh, you're saying it's an artificial?
I don't know if it's real joy because I'm like I have to do this for the money.
It's manufactured they are paying you to have joy. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. To coin joy.
Okay. Well, there was a couple times where you and Cusley just completely bombed on it because there was at least two different times where
it never
you
gives
did
you
it
a strong indicator.
No, it's like when you're any group of people have
I know,
won together.
But you forget when you play a bunch of one-player games.
And then there's going to be a point where it's going to be like, do the thing, and everyone goes, woo!
But it doesn't go, do-do-do, here's the thing. It's just like obvious. A little tiny emblem phones up in the corner.
It's obvious. It's really obvious.
No.
So, yeah, there was two occasions where at one point Ashley was not paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
And, excuse me.
What was that?
That was a weird hiccup.
That's not something a pop filter will stop.
Yeah. That was a hiccup.
Go on.
I have troubles. And she
I keep
just left
touching the mic now.
Yeah, stop
this
touching.
Pop filter
There's nothing. There's no barriers.
There's no barrier.
We're a barrierless.
I keep
show.
rubbing
don't
on.
Do that. Please don't do that. We have gotten rid. We're trying to remove all barriers in this show. All barriers. I don't know why we said that in unison.
I'm trying to understand what you're getting at. Are we going to be naked on this show? No more clothes between us? And the camera?
It's something we can talk about. We want to tear down walls, Dudley.
We need the walls, otherwise the sound would be terrible.
Oh, yeah, it would be awful. There's so much traffic outside.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what were we talking about?
No, you got on barriers.
I don't know. Oh, she left you hanging.
The
you
hand
did the
gesture.
thing, and then the other, and literally it was hilarious because you were Mario, she was Goomba, and
that's why we didn't get along.
Mario was all like, "Ha!" with his hands up, like smiling, and Goomba's like looking the other way, like not doing anything, just like looking away, like making an angry face.
That's just his face. Goomba's always perpetually
Goombas
angry.
have resting anger face. Resting bitch face. Goombas have resting bitch face.
Resting
Let's be
bitch
honest.
face Goombas. Yeah, that's probably true. That's just their natural.
That's just how they look.
Yes.
But then later it flipped. She did it, and the Goomba was all
I gave up. I gave up. I was no longer
just standing there with his arm crossed, looking the other way, like I don't care. I'm not participating.
He'd been crossed too many times. He wasn't going to have hope anymore. Hope was dead.
Oh, okay. Hope of winning.
Hope of high-fiving. Getting that extra 2 coins. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. We'll have to play some more. When we get another group of 4 people.
Yeah, we should. I've been trying to get some people to play with me for weeks since it came out.
I've been busy.
Yeah. I played it with the lady friend, and then I haven't touched it really since because no one else is. I have no friends. Let's be honest. That's just it.
Yeah. You don't have friends.
This
is true. This is a fact.
I thought you were my friend, but apparently I was mistaken.
I am your co-host.
And you're also my brother.
Nah, we don't talk about that.
Co-host first, brother second?
Co-host first, brother
that's not
fourth
how
or fifth.
What comes between there?
I haven't figured it out yet.
Oh, okay.
Enemy, maybe.
That's surprising. Okay. I would have not guessed that.
Okay.
I didn't know this show was keeping the animosity to a minimum.
I thought it was obvious.
Okay, so let's talk about Red Dead.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Because that's almost all I played this week.
Yeah, I finally had time this weekend to really, not dive into it, but actually spend a good bit of time on it.
Just play it.
Just play it.
No diving, just normal play.
Just riding a horse mostly and playing poker.
Yeah.
I
saw you ride a horse literally straight into a tree. Like, you knocked the horse
Okay,
senseless.
let's talk about this. This game is not very forgiving.
Okay.
When it comes to horse riding.
It assumes you know how to steer a horse around trees.
Well, there was a bunch of trees. How was I supposed to miss all of them?
You're saying it's just statistics, right? That if there's that many trees, you're gonna hit one of them.
You can't ride through a forest without hitting a tree.
That sounds like a weird idiom. You can't ride a blind horse through the forest without running into a tree.
Why is the horse blind? The horse doesn't be blind.
I
ran into a tree just fine without the horse being blind.
I mean, obviously, it's your fault that the horse ran right into a tree.
It's the game's fault.
That or the horse is blind. So
that was mostly your fault because you distracted me when I was riding. I was focused.
And
then you walked in. You were like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I'm like right into a tree. I'm like, I was like such a high voice came at me.
You fought the tree and the tree won.
Yeah, but that's not the first time I had problems. Earlier when I started,
you've had a lifetime of problems.
Well, that's debatable.
Not hard to debate.
Not hard. I didn't say it was a hard debate. I just said it was debatable. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, the night before you saw me running into a tree,
as a horseman.
I had killed that horse.
You killed it? Why did you do that?
I was riding along, and then the ground fell out.
There are cliffs and ravines.
It was a short drop.
So a ravine.
But long enough to kill the horse.
Wow.
It was just a...
Have you no shame?
Well, and I was really upset about it because I just bought the horse not long ago.
How much did you spend on the horse?
$150.
That's exact. You know what? In fact, it's funny because I came in and looked, and that's the exact same horse that I had.
Oh yeah, of course. It's like the whole tutorial buying a horse thing, and so
that horse is cursed.
Yeah, I think it's a stupid horse.
And it's not a stupid horse. You rode it into things.
No.
Mine
obviously
was fine
wants to
until
die.
It got shot in the head.
It may be because I named him Dolly.
Dolly?
Her Dolly.
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 Why Dolly?
I don't know. Just it was the first thing.
Did you name it after the dessert, the Hello Dolly?
Oh, I love Hello Dolly.
Exactly.
No, that wouldn't make sense because it's a red horse. Why would I name it?
I don't know.
Horse, Hello Dolly.
Well, I'm trying to figure out why you named it Dolly.
I don't know. It was just the first thing that came up to mind when I was trying to come up with.
Were you eating a Hello Dolly?
I was not.
While you were playing the game.
I do love Hello Dolly.
So you ran Hello Dolly into the tree.
Yes.
I ran
him off the cliff. He died, so I reloaded a save.
You reverted.
I reverted because I was like, it was such a mess.
There's like horse reviver.
Yeah, but it was all the way back in town.
Oh, you didn't have it.
I didn't have a horse to get all the way back to town.
I gotcha.
And I hadn't done that much, so I just reverted and saved the horse.
Okay, so you cheated.
Yes.
This is not real life.
It was
for
Dolly.
It was for Dolly. Okay, and then you promptly ran her into a tree.
Yes, I did run her into a tree. I was afraid I almost killed her again when I fell over later. So
should I go ahead and report you, or should you just go ahead and report yourself?
To who?
To horse non-abusive people.
You go ahead and report them that I killed a horse in a video game. Let's see how it goes. You give them a call.
I thought you were going to be like, you killed the same horse. I did not kill the horse.
I kept the horse alive.
Gang members killed my horse.
Yeah.
And I was very angry about it.
Yeah. Ashley...
And her name was not Dolly.
Ashley was watching me play, and I just had a hell of a time with it. And
you can't play when people are watching?
I guess, because I killed the horse. I lost at poker a lot. And then I was cutting along. All of a sudden, a carriage pulled out, and these guys go, "Oh, there he is," and jumped off and started shooting at me. And I'm like, what's going on?
You got jumped by the game.
And I got shot. And I was like...
What, the old Driscolls, I think?
I guess.
It had to be them, because that's who killed my horse.
Yeah.
That's exactly who killed my horse.
Well, also showed up out of nowhere.
They popped out of nowhere on a carriage and jumped off and killed my horse.
Yeah.
And now I'm like Keanu Reeves in that movie, and I'm going to go for revenge.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, where he goes and murders everyone.
Yes.
Exactly.
Death is involved. That's the sequel, actually.
Yes.
Bogus Adventure.
Yeah, I know there was 2 of them.
Supposed to be a 3rd. Anyway, what I did today in Red Dead Redemption.
Okay.
I spent 2 days playing poker.
2 days? Whole days? Oh,
in-game days.
Today,
I spent entire in-game days
playing
Texas Hold'em. Playing Texas Hold'em.
Yes.
For 2 days straight.
Yes.
You think he would have had to get up and pee or something?
You think so?
But
eat something.
It went day to night twice.
I've only gone day to. Well, I started in the morning and went to like night. I think I did a whole day, not 48 hours.
Yeah, I did the day to night twice. And how much money do you think I won?
I think I saw you when you were doing it.
Then you're
so
spoiled.
I think I know.
I had
I'm going to go ahead and say
$28. Nope, 17.
Oh, you got out. You lost.
No, I beat everyone there.
I thought you had like
one guy got up and left.
Oh, I must have missed. I thought it was like 27.
No. I never had more than 20.
Oh, okay. Which makes sense.
Which wasn't possible.
Yeah, it's not possible. The buy-in's $250, and there's like 4 players. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pot, and then a bunch of them had left. A new guy came in, and so I cleared everyone out.
Nice.
And except for one guy who had like $1 left. I finally was just like, this is taking too long. I spent 2 days.
Some of them are hard to get out. Like, to bust them out. It's hard.
Yeah, there was one guy who's there for a long time, and we would not bust. It's like he gets down to like 10 cents, and I'd be like, bet 10 cents. You're like, nope. Done. And
fold. I'm in it for the long haul.
Yeah, I'm like, you have 10 cents.
Just quit. I was playing in the table once, and there was one guy. It was me and another guy who were kind of both neck and neck. We both had like $3 or $4.
Yeah.
And he got up and left.
Yeah, they'll do that.
And I was sitting there going, and I was like, do I want to finish this game, or do I want to follow the guy and murder him for his $4?
For his $4.
I was seriously considering following the guy out and murdering him for his $4, because I was like, I'm going to play it, because my goal was I'm going to sit here and play until I get all of this guy's money.
And he leaves.
And then he left. And so I was sitting there going, what the hell?
I had a guy do that.
In fact, and honestly, for a moment, I was sitting by the window, right? I could see him standing on the porch
and so
of the saloon, and I was watching him.
You're right.
It was like, he's standing there. And then I went direct to the game for a second, and I looked at him, and he was gone. I was like, damn it. And so I was gonna finish the hand, and then get up and nonchalantly follow him and beat him up in the alley or something.
Put your bandana on.
I put my bandana.
You don't know who I am. I'm just playing poker with you. You don't know me.
Yeah. Have you noticed that like some shops have things in the back of them? Like some of the shops have like side businesses, I think they call them.
Mm-hmm.
Like little things, like not necessarily legal businesses going on in the background.
Really?
In one of the shops, I noticed there was this big metal door.
Huh.
And I was like, huh. And I went and knocked on it, and they're like, get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, huh. And I was like, I wonder if I can rob this place. So, having come in without a mask, I wandered outside, walked around the building, put a mask on, came back in, stuck up the storefront guy, and he gives me the option. Do I want to rob the store, or do I want to rob the side business? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to rob the back room. And so I walk him back there, and he lets me in. And then I get in a gunfight with the people in the back, and while I was clearing out, like I got a new gun out of it. I was in the middle of opening up the bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of money. I got like $50, and yeah, that's a lot of money in the late 1800s. And I was in the middle of searching a chest when a lawman came in and shot me in the back.
Yep, that's what they do.
And so that ended my my almost perfect robbery. Because I had my horse parked out back. There was a back door.
Oh, so
and I was like, I went in the front, got myself in. I was gonna let myself out the back, jump on my horse, and ride away. I planned it. It was perfect. And then a lawman shot me in the back, and I died. And I was like, oh, well, I still got $50 out of it. But then I had a $25 bounty, so I lost half my money to the bounty.
So you profited $25.
I profited $25.
Oh.
So it's not terrible.
No,
not great. It could have gone better if I had actually gone out away.
Yeah.
But and then I guess I still had a bounty. Well, I respawned back behind up the road a little bit, and I walked back into town to get my horse.
And you robbed the place.
And I wasn't sure if I had successfully accomplished robbing it or not, so I kind of wandered back around there. But I walked around, I put my mask on first, and everyone was like, what are you, ugly? And like, we're going to take that mask off. And thought, okay, I'm pissing people off. Took the mask off, and the guy was like, you dare show your face around here? And he started shooting me. Because I had the bounty on me.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the worst. And I think I got another $10 added to my bounty because
so
I just made it work.
You're just cutting into your profit.
Yes, I'm really good at cutting into my profits. I had like $300 and I just paid off $140 worth of bounty.
That's a lot.
Yes, I had $60 in one state, and $50 in another.
I don't think I have any bounties on me yet.
If you go to the map and there's a red outline,
yeah,
it's on the side that you have a bounty. And in fact, if you just have your your cursor on the map, it'll show you if you have a bounty in that area. So yeah, you it's obvious.
Yeah.
I
Speaking of maps, I switched to the compass.
Yes.
You
like the compass?
I like the compass better. It doesn't give me a map.
Yeah.
And it also still, like in game stuff, in mission stuff, it'll still direct me.
Yes.
Because I found myself constantly looking at the map when I was doing missions, and I was like, wait, where am I supposed to go?
Yeah.
So the compass is a nice compromise.
It's really hard to play without a map.
Without a map at all, or any kind of indicator, it's really difficult.
I think at the bare minimum, you got to have a compass. I didn't talk to him because I think he was playing to play it without anything. So I'm wondering if he's playing with the compass.
I wasn't playing with it, but I kept pulling it up. So I was like, okay, compass is the
it'll at least give you a direction.
Yeah,
and you got your cardinal direction, and then you have your and you head that way. Even if you don't know what the road goes that way, you can at least travel.
It helps direct me, and I'm like, I'm going kind of northeast, and I just ride that direction, and I'll check it less often.
Did I talk about killing the bear last time?
Yes.
Okay, so I already covered Bear Hat then.
Yes, so you previewed something that was already said.
I post-viewed it.
You post... Okay.
Bear Hat. I have a bear hat. It's stupid.
Oh, I bet.
Stupid. I also have... What did I make? I made like a beaver skin holster or something like that. No, it wasn't beaver. It was badger. I made a badger skin holster or something like that.
Honey badger don't care.
Yeah, and yeah. I killed 2 wolves that were attacking this guy, and he was right next to the trapper, and I'm like, this is awfully convenient. I just took him right over, and like, here's some skins.
Nice.
Yes.
Cool.
Red Dead is fantastic.
It's great.
It's so slow, right? It's just kind of almost leisurely, because you spend so much time riding places and just like going from one thing to another.
Yeah.
And there's no, like, hard go and do this. It's like, you can go do that if you want to, or you can just go play poker for 2 hours.
And that's what I do. I find myself like, oh, I'm going to go do this, and then I'll end up going to something else, and then I'll get to that, and then I'm like, oh, I ran into this girl on this road, need help, so I gave her a ride to town. Well, I was like, well, I'm in town, I guess I'll play poker. Yeah. And so I sit there and play poker for 2 days.
And then I think about buying stuff, or I'm like, oh, I want to buy that.
I haven't bought anything really,
Nothing?
other than the horse, and I keep thinking, I need to go buy some different clothes or stuff. I just haven't done it, and
I've been making some purchases. When I got where I could dual wield, I bought a matching set of volcanic pistols. I call them the black and whites. Mm-hmm. They are fantastic. I love them. I only problem is because I have 2 of them, I burn through ammo really quickly.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just like out of ammo. Okay, I'm gonna switch to something else. Oh, I left my rifles on my horse.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use my knife. Stuff like that.
Are you leaning bad or good?
I'm mostly leaning good, though. Here I start off leaning pretty hard honorable, and then I kept murdering people for their horses and money. And
that's not honorable.
That's not in the strictest sense. No,
I am dead center still.
Oh, you're just balancing.
I do bad things. I do good things. I'm very gray, very morally gray.
Okay,
and so
that makes sense. I mean, the character
kind of fits that. That's the way it feels. Like I'm not above just murdering someone, but I gotta have a good reason.
Yeah. Well, I would love to keep talking about Red Dead because I could. But I want to talk about Fallout 76 while we have time.
Yes, and we have lots of news to talk about, too. So,
I don't think we're going to get there.
Okay. There's big stuff we should talk about.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. But let me dive into Fallout 76. The beta started this week for PC. I spent 2 days downloading it and then 2 days unlocking it because... whatever. Like, I downloaded the game, but then I had to, I guess unencrypt it or something, which took
I don't know.
A whole nother 2 days.
I know there was a problem with people losing their download.
I know there was something else. So anyway, I couldn't have played it Tuesday. I this week has been really busy, so it really didn't matter because I didn't have time to play.
Yeah, you weren't going to be able to play it.
But I did. Luckily, they've added more time, so I played it some yesterday for about an hour, and then today I played it for a solid 3 hours.
Nice.
And it's interesting. It's... it starts you off in a vault, and then the way they kind of guide you and show you how things are going to work is pretty interesting and clever. And then you go out into the world, and it kind of gives you this follow this path kind of thing, but otherwise it's just like, here you go. It dumps you out in there. And it's really green and kind of lots of trees and foresty, which is kind of weird for a Fallout game.
It hasn't all died yet from the radiation.
No, but there's a lot of weird monsters and creatures. Like you got your normal mole rats and stuff like the rad roaches, the things you normally expect out of a Fallout game, but also things like giant ticks, which were alarming.
Yeah, sounds terrifying.
I've seen some ghouls, but mostly I have seen what's called the Scorched. They're like burn people. They look I thought they were ghouls at first, like just burn body ghouls, but they're some kind of intelligent because they have weapons and they'll shoot at you. So they're like angry people with guns a lot of times.
Survived.
Yeah.
They're like, we hate everything.
I know, and they just attack you with malice. And so I've just been wandering around, and every once in a while I run into real people, other people's. In fact, as an event, there was like a farm factory that had a bunch of Mr. Handies, the little robot, called Mr. Farmhand or something like that.
Yeah.
There was a whole bunch of them, and they were just wandering around going nothing, but then suddenly they got angry and started attacking everyone. So I shot my way into the factory and then hacked into a computer and turned off their targeting thing, which kept them from attacking everybody.
Nice.
So I helped the community. And at first I thought it's gonna be like Rust or some other thing where everyone's gonna be an asshole. And I'm gonna be like walking around, and bam, exploring the wasteland or whatever, and then suddenly people are murdering me for my pants.
Yeah.
And overall that has not been the case.
That's good.
Like for the
Different
most part,
sensibility.
Yeah. Like everyone's just like, hey, I walked out of the building and a guy came around and startled me because I had been fighting Scorched people. And I fired my shotgun instinctively, and I'm like, oh crap, that's a person. And then I put away my weapon, and he would jump in, and I jumped too, and we jumped together and be like, oh, I'm sorry, kind of thing.
Well, the I understand the combat in that system. Like, just shooting someone once doesn't really do anything.
It doesn't.
You have to shoot twice.
Yeah.
Well, you have to engage each other, basically.
Basically. You can hurt each other a little bit. Well, and which is what I'm about to get to. Today I was playing, and this dude came up and started hitting me with a machete.
Uh-huh.
And it was and it wasn't hurting much, but it was just being annoying. And I finally was just like trying to walk away from him. I didn't really want to fight him. I was like, I don't want to fight. I'm just I'm just trying to explore, get as much out of it.
Pacifist, leave me alone.
No, not really. It's just like ammo's limited. I have to make most of my ammo, and I'm like, I don't want to waste ammo on you, basically. And he's over whacking me with a machete, and finally I was like, okay, I'm going to shoot him a couple times, and maybe he'll get away from me. So I shot him a couple times. Then he pulled out his gun and started shooting the shit out of me, and then killed me.
Yeah.
So I respawned and came back for him.
He unlocked the... he got you to hit him back, so
I guess
the PvP.
He was instigating me.
Yes.
And so I then came back and got my pump shotgun out, which I had recently acquired, and blew him away.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'm done with it. Well, then he came back and killed me again. I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm just gonna walk. I wanted to be in that town to do the quest I was on, but I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna move on and go somewhere else because he's gone. As I'm walking around, making a wide berth around town, he comes out after me again. So I'm just like trying to run away. I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to waste ammo. I'm just gonna get away from this guy. And he's chasing me, hitting me with a machete. Finally, I get my shotgun out and blow him away. And then he had a friend with him who's coming after me as well. So they're both... he starts chasing me after I killed his friend. And so I run up, I get away from him, and heal myself, and then I hide in a house. Which you can do. And like the stealth thing, I guess it hides you on the mini-map. On the map. Like on a world map, you can look and see where people are.
Yeah. But if you're crouched, if
you crouch and you're successfully hiding, they don't show up. So I got away from him, got in the house, and hid there until he like... got bored and wandered off. And then I saw there was a revolver sitting on the ground in the room I was hiding in. I was like, oh, here we go. And it's been fun. It's weird because, like the other Fallout games, you start off with like, Fallout 1 is like, we need the water chip. Get the water chip. It's like big goals. Fallout 3 was find your father, right?
I miss my daddy.
Yeah.
And then there was, I miss my son.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's always a lot of family stuff or something. It's like, big goal over and goal. This one is just like, well, there's something with the overseer of your vault. You're kind of following her path. But otherwise, it's just like, go do stuff. And there's all kinds of things.
Go rebuild.
Exactly. And I ran into one person built that little shack, and it started bugging out on me when I was in it, so I wandered away from it. But I haven't actually done any building stuff yet. I mostly just kind of wander around doing little encounter quest things that I've found, and it's been fun. It feels like Fallout.
Yeah.
I happen to run into other people who are mostly cool. Every once in a while, somebody's a jerk.
Yeah, I assume once you get the wide release, it'll be probably a little more split.
I'm curious how
spread
to see
out
how,
more.
But it wasn't overwhelming. It's not like GTA 5 where you bump in and it's just like I get in a private server because I don't want to deal with people constantly murdering it.
Yeah,
nowhere near that. One, it's not as that many people.
Yeah.
But then you can look at the map
beta.
and see where people are, and you can go, oh, they're over there. I'm going to go over here.
Yeah.
And just kind of do your own thing. But I really enjoyed it. I want to play it some more, but the beta, I think, is over, and so I'll have to wait till it comes out.
So you're going to get it when it releases?
I already own it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You pre-ordered it.
Yeah, that's how I got into beta.
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to wait.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so. Maybe I'll get it once the holidays come up.
Yeah, I see the potential. I'm curious how it'll play out when the full version's out.
Yeah. Well,
I joined the U.S. Army in the game.
Okay.
I found a military base, and you can go through automated training. And I did.
Okay.
And I'm officially a private in the U.S. Army.
Okay.
Which was really cool. There's lots of cool things like that. It's just like, there's robots, a lot of robots everywhere.
Yeah.
So
I'm curious how it's going to grow and change, because but it's their first really stab at doing a game like this.
Yeah.
And so they're obviously going to be some growing pains. So
yeah. I know there's been some reports of weird little things. But,
they've put out a deal basically saying, we've never done this before, so hang with us.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, we're kind of running short on time. Is there something in the news that you just really want to cover?
There's a bunch of stuff coming from BlizzCon.
Yeah, I know that a lot of people were unhappy about Diablo. The big announcement turned out to be a mobile version of Diablo.
Yes.
Which I can understand people not being thrilled
well,
about.
Because they were almost hoping it would be Diablo 4.
Yeah. You think they would have been like aware enough to be like, oh, if we say we're going to make a big announcement, everyone's going to assume it's Diablo 4.
Well, they did kind of try to rein people in beforehand, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff.
It seems like there's a lot of vitriol, and I don't know if that's necessary. But...
Yeah, it's just I think to come from disappointment.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but that's where everyone's going, though. I mean, look at Fortnite. The whole thing is just on as many platforms as it can, so you can include as many people as possible.
Well,
that's all it is. They're expanding the game one of their most popular games.
Well, the thing is,
platforms.
it's not one of the other games. It's a new game.
Oh, it is.
Yes,
I just took it as it's just Diablo, a version of Diablo.
No, well, it is Diablo, but it's not Diablo 3 or Diablo 2. It's not that. It's set between the two games, actually.
Oh, okay.
And but it's a new game. I don't know how it plays or anything. It's fairly simplified, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be.
It has to be, but I don't know. I think if most of the disappointment comes from people were expecting it.
People were hyping themselves.
They
up
said
for...
that we were announcing something for Diablo.
And everyone's like, oh, it's Diablo 4. It has to be Diablo 4.
But it's not.
Yeah.
I'm not going to cover all the BlizzCon stuff because there's a bunch. We may come back to it next week.
Yeah.
And there was a new character announced for Overwatch.
Yes.
Who looks awesome.
Ham and Brom were talking about him in our group chat.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't even know there was no. Yeah, and I finally got around to checking her out today, and she looks badass.
She is pretty badass.
I need to try her out. She looks awesome. I love the aesthetic.
The shotgun jump?
Yes. Like the little shotgun jump that you can also use to block people and all this cool stuff. She's got the lever action rifle, and it's perfectly timed with us playing Red Dead. It's very Western style. And then on top of that, she has a big robot butler that comes brawling in to fight stuff for you.
That's named Bob.
So
I about decided that Overwatch is just looking at our friends list and naming all their new characters after.
This is true.
So the last one was Ham, and now we have Bob.
We got Bob, yeah.
Yeah. So
this is true.
We'll see if we get a John Dorsey,
Johnny D, or I'm trying to think of other names. I don't know. Cusley.
It'll just be someone named Buddy.
It's our buddy.
Our buddies. Yeah.
Yes, she looks awesome. Her name's Ash.
Yes.
She looks amazing. I cannot wait to try her.
Yep. Ashley.
Ashley, there it is.
Yep, already done.
Already done.
Yeah, they're just naming after
amazing.
Everyone who's featured on the show.
I was excited about Ham, and I haven't even got on there to try Ham.
I haven't either. I haven't updated Overwatch in over a year.
But I think as soon as I can squeeze out a bit of time between Red Dead and then coming Fallout 76 to maybe jump on there, I will try.
Yeah.
I did update it recently.
Well, that's good.
So it's not that far behind on the updates.
I don't know how much time we have.
Not much.
Not much. Okay, well, the other thing I'll throw out there real quick is about Smash Brothers.
Yes.
All the stuff
people were all excited about was fake.
It's fake, but they did announce the last two characters, the Street Fighter Ken, and a Pokemon Incineroar.
Yes. It was obvious. It seemed like the obvious choice.
Yeah.
He's a
solid choice for Smash.
They did announce the DLC character, too.
Yeah, the first DLC will be
Piranha Plant.
Piranha Plant?
Have you seen it?
I haven't watched the video.
It looks amazing.
I
was open to the idea, but I swear, you see him, and then you see his little feet.
He has feet?
He has little feet sticking out of the bottom of the pot.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go watch this.
I'm telling you now, those feet are immediate path to endearment.
Okay.
It's just the most adorable thing ever. He's got a pot, and then he's got little nubs sticking out of the bottom that he just walks with. And I, immediately fell in love with him.
Well, apparently he'll be free if you buy the game before January.
Okay.
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 We'll have to I'll have to save a bunch of this other stuff for next time, including the PlayStation Classic full list of games.
Okay.
We'll talk about that next week.
We'll cover that next week.
And then also
let's be honest,
BlizzCon
it's going to just be Red Dead for the next week, so we'll cover
Yeah.
all the news next
We'll
week.
cover a bunch of news next week, including the Garfield version of Smash characters.
I saw that. That's
and
pretty great.
yeah, some other stuff. So
yeah, you have that to look forward to.
Yes.
You're teasing it.
yes, I'm teasing next week.
Okay.
So all right.
Well, in that case, until then, please go to our website at deafanddomb.com.
Sufficiently teased.
And it's DEAFN.com. And there's links to all our episodes. There's also links to our social medias. Please follow, like, and comment, and all that stuff. Please let us know how we're doing. None of you ever do, but that's fine. You do you.
This is a two-way relationship, and you're treating it like one.
Thank you very much for listening. I'm Dan May.
And I'm Dudley May, and this has been I'm sorry, I butchered that.
Yeah.
This. Let me say
this has been Deaf and Dumb.
This has been Deaf and Dumb.
I already did it, Dudley. What are you doing?
Stop it. That's my part.